For those with small children, there is a soundproof crying room located at the rear of the Great Hall. The ushers in the hall will be happy to assist if you need to access the crying room. A professional photographer will photograph each graduate as they receive their award from the Chancellor, and a copy of this photograph will be available to all graduates to access and share via their Facebook page. Portrait photography is also available at the graduate reception in the Brennan Room after the ceremony. As a courtesy to everyone in the room, we ask that you switch your mobile phones to silent. Graduates. The university issues invitations to complete the Graduate Outcomes Survey. This survey gathers feedback on your higher education experience to improve the experience of future students. We strive to provide the best university experience possible for our students, but this cannot be achieved without your valuable feedback. We would appreciate your assistance with this survey. Some of the terminology used in today's ceremony may be unfamiliar to you. To assist in your appreciation of the ceremony, we have provided a history of graduation and an explanation of terms in the graduation book, together with a record of the presenters and those eligible to graduate today. The academic procession will enter the Great Hall in a few moments. When the procession enters, could you please rise and remain standing while we all sing the first verse of the National Anthem. At the conclusion of the ceremony, please rise when the Dias Party rises and remain standing until the Dias Party and the graduates have left the hall. We hope that you enjoy this very special occasion. Thank you.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice. stage, let every stage advance Australia fair in joyful strains, and let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this wonderful occasion. To start, I respectfully acknowledge the traditional custodians, the Pambalong clan of the Awabakal people, on whose traditional land this campus is located, and I pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. As Chancellor of this university and a graduate myself, I'm delighted to be able to celebrate this milestone in your academic journey. Graduates, today you take with you a degree from one of the finest institutions in the world. Newcastle is acknowledged for delivering excellence in education to its 38,000 students. Our degree programs are designed to meet the needs of business and industry today and anticipate those needs well into the future. As a result, the university rates highly for outstanding overall student education experience. That standing is underpinned by the university's ongoing drive to improve how we research, teach and learn, and collaborate with industry and employers. This year, the university started work on the new Honeysuckle City campus, preparing the site for the first main building's construction. Scheduled for completion in late 2020, this first stage will deliver cutting-edge facilities for the School of Creative Industries and an innovation hub. The Innovation Hub will promote greater opportunities for students and researchers to collaborate with industry and investors. The university is globally recognised for its research output. Indeed, many of our researchers are leading the effort to solve some of the world's great challenges. Amongst the university's research achievements this year is $35 million in funding from the Australian Research Council for a new centre of excellence in the area of minerals processing. The university is also part of a consortium of local and international partners to create a new $35 million centre for excellence in synthetic biology. Across all disciplines, from sciences to humanities, the university is recognised for research that delivers impact and innovation. Importantly, the university's focus on excellence in education and research sits hand in glove with a long-held commitment to equity. We offer the opportunity of education to students from all walks of life who have talent and determination. 1/4 of our students are from low socioeconomic background, and we have the largest number of Indigenous students of any Australian university. Bolstering this proud achievement is the recent appointment of Nathan Thowney as Pro-Vice-Chancellor, Indigenous Strategy and Leadership. In this role, Nathan will lead our Indigenous education framework and is also responsible for leading the implementation of our Indigenous employment strategy. Today's celebration of the completion of your studies marks another important milestone, your entry into the University of Newcastle alumni network, and you're in very good company. One example from this faculty is alumnus Kramer Ball, who completed a Bachelor of Commerce in 1991. Mr. Ball is a certified practicing accountant, and for more than 20 years he's honed his expertise in the aviation sector. Over the course of his career, he has held senior important roles across the world, including as the Chief Executive Officer of Alitalia. Today, he's a senior advisor to Etihad Aviation Group, a global aviation and travel entity. You are now united with achievers like Mr. Ball and the people sitting around you as an alumnus of the university. A network of passionate and talented alumni stretches across the world, now comprises over 143,000 members in 135 countries. The network and its chapters offer unique opportunities to connect professionally and socially with other alumni, and I really do encourage you to stay in touch through that network. Today is the culmination of many years of hard work. The testament that will be presented to you shortly is much more than a piece of paper. It's a symbol of all you've experienced during your time here at the university. This includes an acknowledgement of the support of your family and friends who've been with you every step of the way on your journey to today. You'll also be presented with a pin that features the artwork of local Indigenous artist Soretta Fielding. This gift from our university illustrates the importance of education and learning through the use of traditional symbols. People gathered around a central camp place which in fact depicts the university. This will be presented to you by a member of the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander community. To family and friends, we know that you are here to acknowledge the hard work of a very special person. We'd be very pleased, and we're sure they will be as well, if you let them know you're here with a cheer as they receive their degree. Your involvement in the ceremony brings it to life. Again, my heartfelt congratulations to each of you, our graduates now. I call on the Vice-Chancellor to present a candidate for an honorary degree. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor. Chancellor, I have great pleasure in presenting to you Mr. Ross Gittins, AM, for admission to the degree of Doctor of Laws, Honours Causa. Mr. Gittins is a journalist and author who, for more than four decades, has been one of the most respected and trusted voices on the Australian economy. He commenced learning his craft studying at the University of Newcastle in his first year of autonomy in 1965, graduating with a Bachelor of Commerce. He has since been awarded honorary doctorates from Macquarie University, the University of Sydney and the Australian National University. Following graduation, he moved to Sydney to take up a position as an auditor with the national chartered accounting firm Touche Roche & Co. before joining Fairfax and rising to the position of economics editor for the Sydney Morning Herald, which he has held since 1978. Mr. Gittins has covered more than 40 budgets and reported on the economic management of 17 treasurers and 9 different prime ministers. A truly impressive record. With a talent for making economics relevant, accessible, and most importantly, interesting, Mr. Gittins has published and co-authored numerous books to better inform readers about how the modern economy affects our daily lives. He is widely respected among his peers and, most importantly, his readers. Recognising his service to journalists as a commentator on economics, Mr. Gittins was made a member of the Order of Australia in 2008. He is also a winner of the Citibank Pan-Pacific Award for Excellence in Finance Journalism. He is a Fellow of the Chartered Accountants Australia and New Zealand, a Fellow of the Academy of Social Sciences in Australia, and a Fellow of the Royal Society of New South Wales. He has been a Nuffield Press Fellow at Wolfson College, Cambridge, and a journalist in residence at the Department of Economics of the University of Melbourne. Today, our University Council is delighted to award this honorary degree in recognition of Mr. Gittins' pioneering achievements and outstanding contribution to the public understanding and knowledge of economics. Chancellor, I'm delighted to present to you Mr. Ross Gittins, AM, for admission to the degree of Doctor of Letters, Honours Causa.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. By the authority conferred upon me by the Council, I hereby admit Mr. Ross Gittins to the degree of Doctor of Letters, Honoris Causa.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to invite Dr. Gittins to deliver today's occasional address. Dr. Gittins.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the Council, staff of the University, proud mums and dads, and I suspect a few proud sisters and brothers, and last but not least, graduates. I'm honoured to be invited back to my hometown and my home university, and even my home faculty, to speak to you today, but I must start by congratulating you on the completion of your degree. It may be only a piece of paper, but earning it was hard work, and there aren't too many certificates that are more valuable. In truth, it's a great day in anyone's life to join the ranks of the university graduates. We live at a time when the economy and the workforce are being forcefully reshaped by the digital revolution. No one understands how disruptive that can be better than a newspaper journalist, as I've been for most of my career. You don't need me to tell you that not to underestimate how much things are likely to change over the course of your working life. That's what everyone's been telling you since you were at high school. But what I want to tell you is the opposite. Don't overestimate how much things will change either. Nobody can say with any confidence how things will change. Nobody has a crystal ball. And you should apply all your university-attained critical thinking to supposed experts who speak with great confidence and specificity about how your digital future will unfold. One of the memes about the digital future is that young people will have 17 jobs and 5 careers during their working lives. That's been repeated so many times by so many people, it's lost all connection with its original author and whatever basis it had in research evidence, if it had any. It's become an urban myth. A moment's critical examination should expose it as wildly exaggerated. Things will change, but not nearly that much or that fast. The first reassuring thing to say is that you've already done the single most protective thing you could do to improve your chances of being in satisfying, well-paid, full-time employment through your working life. You've obtained a university degree. The figures show that, as a class, university graduates earn far more over their lives than less educated workers do, and are far less likely to be unemployed. This says the skills you've gained at uni are valued by employers. For as long as I've been a journalist, people have also talked about the importance of lifetime learning, the need to return to uni or to TAFE to acquire further knowledge at various points in your career to fit you for the turns that career has taken. There's been much talk of this, but little sign of it happening. I suspect that the need for lifelong learning may become a reality over the next 45 years or so of your working life. So don't be surprised if the need arises for you to return to education. But I have to add a qualification to the notion that now you're a graduate, you'll be right. Some of you may have had long-standing arrangements with an employer, and some of you have had little trouble finding suitable full-time job to go off to. But the sad fact is that since the global financial crisis more than a decade ago, life has become tougher for people completing university and looking for a suitable job. It's taking many people a lot longer than it used to find that job. Though the university authorities say the delay has got shorter in recent years. Recent research by Jeff Borland, an economics professor at the University of Melbourne, has found that this delay is being caused by two main developments. First, slower growth in employment over the past decade, and second, the switch from early retirement to later retirement on the part of many oldies. As they choose to stay on longer, and you're looking at one of them, other people in the organisation don't get to shuffle up the ladder much, thus leaving fewer openings at the bottom. That's a big part of the problem. Think of it as a bottleneck. Most people eventually get through to a decent job, but there's more waiting around than there used to be. Meanwhile, while they're waiting, new graduates need to live. So while they wait for something better to turn up, they take whatever scrappy jobs they can find, sometimes more than one at the same time. Some of these jobs are just casual part-time jobs with conventional employers. Some are paid below the table and below the award wage. And some are with some internet-based outfit that sprung up in recent years. What these jobs have in common is that they don't take advantage of the knowledge you've just spent 3 or 4 years acquiring. They are, in fact, low-skilled or even unskilled jobs. So many new graduates end up doing these scrappy jobs that I fear many have succumbed to the depressing notion that now that's all there is. That we're moving to the gig economy, a world where full-time, stable, lasting jobs are rare, and most people are essentially self-employed and putting together a portfolio of jobs that keep changing, never last long, and never pay well. Now, I don't know what the future holds, but I confidently predict we won't be moving to such a dystopia. Why not? Because it makes an assumption, which is built on another assumption, that this is a world that employers would like to move to, but then it makes the assumption that employers have all the power and the rest of us, who most assuredly would not like to move to such a world, have none. Let me tell you that when you live in a market economy and a democracy, no one has all the power. The power gets shared around, and the lowliest person has the power, and that's the power to vote. That assumes that workers and their unions would meekly go along with such a world. And the governments we elect could preside over a move to such a world without being tossed out by an angry electorate. that all the rules and regulations that we have to protect the interests of working people couldn't be policed more vigorously than they have been lately, and they haven't been policed as vigorously as we now realise they should have been, or that those rules and regulations to protect the interests of working people couldn't be added to. And I don't doubt that when it becomes necessary, as it becomes necessary, governments will be adding to that regulation to make sure that we don't move to a gig economy. But there's a second reason I doubt it will happen, and that's that such a world of badly paid, insecure employment would be one where most households, wage-earning households, would have little money to spend on the goods and services employers employ workers to produce. It would produce an unbalanced economy that didn't work well. So that's a good reason why it mightn't happen. But the last reason is that employers would never want to move to such a world. As we've seen, casual, precarious, gig economy jobs are for workers with few skills who can be easily and cheaply replaced and don't need any training. Workers with high skills, however, are expensive to recruit, expensive to train, and even more expensive to replace if they get peed off and go to another employer who's pleased to take them. Most employers try hard to keep their skilled workers happy and hard at work. Most employers want to bind their skilled workers to them. They don't want them on a long lead that says, I don't really value your services, feel free to go elsewhere. Not if you're skilled. This, if you haven't guessed, is why you were smart to get yourself a university education. Thank you.
Dr. Gittins, thank you very much for your address. A really interesting one, and as the Vice-Chancellor observed in introducing you, it's hard to imagine somebody that has more experience and can read the tea leaves better than you can. So your insightful address, I'm sure, was of interest to absolutely everyone in the room, including, in particular, the graduates. Thank you indeed, congratulations, and it's great to have you back at your alma mater. I'd now come to a very important aspect of this ceremony, and for this I'd like to ask all of our graduates to please stand. If you would, thank you. As Chancellor of this university, I now officially confer awards to all those candidates whose names appear in the graduation ceremony handbook and have fulfilled the conditions for admission of that award. I wonder if the audience would join me in applauding the wonderful achievement of these graduates. Thank you. Would you please be seated? I now call on Professor John Anderson, Acting Pro-Vice-Chancellor for the Faculty of Business and Law, to present graduates from that faculty.
Chancellor, a higher degree by research is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a program of study in which the defining characteristic is research. Doctor of Philosophy graduates have undertaken a program of independent supervised study for the equivalent of up to 4 years of full-time study. These graduates have produced significant and original research outcomes, culminating in a thesis which has been independently examined by external expert examiners of international standing. These graduates have developed a substantial body of knowledge at the frontier of a field of work or learning that constitutes an original contribution. Candidates can apply their knowledge and skills to demonstrate autonomy, authoritative judgment, adaptability and responsibility as an expert and leading scholar, with the ongoing capacity to generate new knowledge. Today, the University is proud to honour graduates who have satisfied the rigorous criteria for the award of Doctor of Philosophy. Chancellor, I present to you Soren Blaga for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Blaga's thesis is entitled Motivational Factors for Social Entrepreneurship, the Case of Romania. Chancellor, I present Dr. Blaga. Chancellor, I present to you Richard Collins for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Collins' thesis is entitled Developing a Lean Internationalisation Strategy Through Open Innovation, Entrepreneurship and Cross-Cultural Intelligence. Chancellor, I present Dr. Collins. Chancellor, I present to you Zehang Liu for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Liu's thesis is entitled The Patterns of Labour Regulation in the Chengdu Hotel Industry. Chancellor, I present Dr. Liu. Chancellor, I present to you Victoria Narku for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Narku's thesis is entitled Performance Implications of Entrepreneurial Orientations and Firm Capabilities in Small and Medium Enterprises, Moderating Roles of Government Support Programs and Business Environment Uncertainty. Chancellor, I present Dr. Narku. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of the higher degree research graduates. Chancellor, I now present to you graduates who have satisfied the requirements of a postgraduate award from the Faculty of Business and Law. Graduating with a Master of Business Administration and a Master of Applied Finance, Yu Gong. Graduating with a Master of Business Administration and a Master of Human Resource Management, Tian Shonggan. Maribel Lucia Guzman Baratojo. Chao Liang. Sinua Ma. Yeze Yang. Si Chen. Lin Lin Huang. Yan Ming Wen. Yu Yang. Graduating with a Master of Human Resource Management with distinction, Anthony Raw. Graduating with a Master of Human Resource Management, Bukola R. Deniran. Hao Chung. Jingrui Du. Li Jia Fan. Yao Guo. Jinling Li. Ming Hao Lin. Oyayami Olo Ode. Guo Jin Rong. Jian Song. Yepeng Wang. Yao Shangshu. Fan Yang. Yenmei Zhao. Graduating with a Master of International Business, Sarah Mohammed Al-Griffani. Dan Ting Chai. Gao Cheng Che. Hong Cheng. Chengan Li. Mangjia Li. Pong Ji. Olalakan Rahim. Enjiao Wong. Jing Wong. Hao Tian Siung. Wen Yu. Graduating with a Master of Studies, Bonifacio Arabas. Graduating with a Graduate Certificate in Human Resource Management, Godwin Uche Ogbuagu. Chancellor, that concludes the presentations of graduates at this time.
Thank you, Professor Anderson. We'll now enjoy a didgeridoo performance by Mr. Raymond Kelly Jr. Mr. Kelly Jr. is an Indigenous Student Recruitment Officer at this university. Thanks very much. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, indeed. I now call on Professor Anderson to continue presenting graduates from the Faculty of Business and Law. Thank you.
Chancellor, I will now present to you graduates who have satisfied the requirements for a bachelor's degree from the Faculty of Business and Law. Graduating with a Bachelor of Business with distinction and a Bachelor of Commerce with distinction, George Boyd. Alexander Mackenzie. Graduating with a Bachelor of Business and a Bachelor of Commerce, Dwayne Brumby. Adrienne Gao. Mitchell McAnally. Thomas McDonnell. Lachlan Turner. Gemma Westrup. Graduating with a Bachelor of Business and a Bachelor of Innovation and Entrepreneurship, Anushka Naik. Graduating with a Bachelor of Business with distinction, Ming Yen Chen. Sarah Leonic. Joshua Long. Graduating with a Bachelor of Business, Catherine Atkins. Jordan Avelis. Zeming Bian. Tom Bocock. Sophia Brisley Fletcher. Jack Burton. Lauren Burwood. Zerdong Chao. Serena Carter. Yang Chen. Yinjie Chen. Biam Suren Chimdi Okchir. Ban Lin Chua. Nicole Cooper. Christopher Diesel. David Diggins. Lachlan Doyle. Jasmine Earl. Hannah Evans. Joshua Foy. Cho Yi Fu. Han Rui Gao. Stephanie Gibson. Georgia Glasson. Chien Wen Gong. Michaela Hadfield. Chelsea Harmy. Yifeng He. Marguerite Henneberry. Lachlan Hodges. Ashley Hopkins. Dongyi Hu. Chao Ying Huang. Benjamin Ilgen. Brianna Jensen. Ge Yang Zhang. Meng Zhenjin. Yunu Kim. Yong Hoon Kim. Travis Kramer. Hoi Luao. Shou Li. Wan Rong Li. Leah Liddy. Xin Lin. Zihan Liu. Madison McGuinness Maguire. Chelsea McKinnon. Emma McCarthy. Jason McCall. Dean McGuinness. Scott McMaster. Tracy Moore. Matthew Murphy. Conrad Nichols. Kate O'Brien. Dylan O'Malley. Hao Pan. Wei Long Chian. Holly Robinson. Kate Robinson. Yi Shan. Shungbin Shi. Gurjot Kaur Sidhu. Abigail Skinner. Riley Smith. Emily Sugg. Amarul Afiq Soami. Sin Suin. Yalu Suin. Chi Yao Tang. Francis Veriest. Xavier Veal. Rachel Walker. Luke Warzecker. Alexander Wilmore. Jianju Wu. Chu Ye Xiao. Yiling Xiao. Haiping Xu. Hao Xu. Zixiang Xu. Gerger Yang. Lu Qingqing Yang. Ming Sha Yang. Yang Wing Tang. Hui Ching Yip. Wei Yue. Zhe Zhang. Han Jung. Yun Fan Zhou. Yu Zhou. Graduating with a Bachelor of Commerce and a Bachelor of Innovation and Entrepreneurship, Jason Target. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Business and Law.
Thank you, Professor Anderson. I now have great pleasure in inviting Mr. George Boyd, who graduated earlier with a Bachelor of Business with distinction and a Bachelor of Commerce with distinction, to speak on behalf of the graduates. Thanks, George.
Welcome, Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the Council, staff of the University, families and friends of graduates, and most importantly, graduates. I'm very humbled by the opportunity to speak on behalf of our graduating cohort. Today, those of us who are graduating are standing at a crossroad in our lives. We have, however, arrived at this common point from many different paths. Some came to this university, like me, after unsuccessfully attempting a mathematics degree fresh out of high school. Some came with a clear idea of where their interests and passions lie. Others came here simply to figure that out. However, irrespective of how we came to be here or our field of study, we are all connected and now share the benefit of an education from this university, which will guide us on our future endeavours. For many of us here today, this marks the closing of a very significant chapter of our lives, and we are often left posing the question, what's next? It becomes very easy to find ourselves lost in this mindset without truly pausing to reflect on the insurmountable achievement that has brought us together here today. Class of 2019, we did it. We managed to overcome the vast hurdles that arise from trying to successfully balance working, studying, socialising, following our passions, and just generally living. Often through our years of study, it can feel isolating, as though we were the only ones awake, chipping away at assessment deadlines in a sleeping world. While others freely enjoyed their weekends in the company of family and friends, we dedicated our time and effort to work hard at achieving our goals. If you consider that we were expected to dedicate 10 hours of effort per subject per week, it becomes quite obvious just how significant of an achievement that truly is. Depending on your program, you may have dedicated anywhere from 12 to 15,000 hours of effort during your course. I'm sure many of us at times found ourselves asking the question, was it all worth it? I look around this room today and I can only imagine the vast wealth of knowledge, experience, diversity, and the friendships that we've accumulated along the way. The skills and understandings we have gained here have the power to do much more than enhance our own lives, but have afforded us the opportunity to influence the world around us. Was it all worth it? I honestly believe that it was. We have not, however, done it all on our own. Of course, we need to give special thanks to Google, Wikipedia, whoever invented copy and paste. Of course, that's a joke, just to clarify. In all seriousness, though, through all this, we've been supported by our teachers, our friends, and our families, who believed in us and sacrificed spending time with us to help us reach this point. To all those members of our personal cheer squads who are here today, and to those who could not be here, we would like you to know that we could not have done it without you. I'll leave you now with the wise words of Michelle Obama. You may not always have a comfortable life, and you will not always be able to solve all of the world's problems at once. But don't ever underestimate the importance that you can have, because history has shown us that courage is contagious and hope can take on a life of its own. Once again, congratulations, graduates, and thank you.
Thank you, George. That was a very good speech and well delivered. And on behalf of your colleagues, I'm sure they felt it represented the journey they've also been on. And as Dr. Gittins reminded us earlier this evening, it is an uncertain world out there, but what you've learned is how to learn, if you like, and cope with uncertainty. And I'm sure our graduates today are well equipped for that world and whatever that world can throw at them. But you're certainly, as a group, going to make a large collective impact on the world we all enjoy in the future. And I'm sure in that respect we're in very good hands. So thank you for your speech and your thoughtful comments. I hope you as the audience enjoyed today's ceremony, and I thank you for joining the university community in the celebration of the awarding of degrees. And thanks for participating. That certainly added to the pleasure and enjoyment of the afternoon. Before I declare the ceremony concluded, though, this time I'd like to ask that the graduates remain seated. Invite my colleagues up here and all of our guests in the audience to stand. Once again, join me in applauding the wonderful achievements of these graduates. Thank you. Thank you all. I now declare the ceremony concluded, but invite you to join us for the graduate reception in the Brennan Room to continue celebrating this very special day together. And graduates, finally, once again, congratulations and every best wish for the future. Make a difference. Thank you.
Thank